I can't read my, I used to when I was a kid. I used the Brooks, yeah, so. It was like an inspirational thing. I think that's what it was for, wasn't it? It became something else. Then, I was sitting here and it was like a pinprick went through my back and my heart. I still feel it. You know what I'm saying? How would you know if it were that, and there's something called the archangel Melanchthonian molecule, I mean, it sends off the earth, he goes through the sun, then goes down the light, and that's what he's teaching now. Went back to kick my ass in 4 years. So, right? The reason why I can't see really well. I mean, can you? This is it you? I forget what I was. Then I had 110 jobs I tried for, and then they told me no because of my diagnosis. No, my contracts had told me no because of my diagnosis. And they made all the deals without me. You know, but it would be 60 billion in sales. 60. No, I don't remember. Who would ever remember? You need, first of all, you can say whatever you want. Like this is the federal level, they make a decision what it is, and as far as that's concerned, it's in their favor, not yours. And I made her go walk in the door and tell you anytime I want. So reading the Bible, this is really interesting. I never thought of it. Get that as soon as possible. It's the only way. It's the only way to have it, right? And so, what were they thinking? I mean, they did not ever believe it. And what was I thinking? That I started hearing voices. I did all this stuff already. I started hearing voices in Seattle. Right? With I didn't know you interrogate you have interrogation houses. And then when they asked me, can you work on that? Like, what is this? What is the voices you hear in these houses? Which is them on our scene. Our microphones and speakers, right here. Right. What would you do if you're going to take over a nation that borrowed $1? Probably in 1982. I mean, if I went out there, there's nothing else there. I'm thinking they put a tile, a fake tile over these cities. Because I had a computer that's going to show me something. It was my initial thought. I was trying to do something at the time. Actually, what it says. No, that's like, you know, that is definitely right. And I think that a centurion took his future wife to some uh, harvester, right, and kicked the father's ass, and gave him a coffee can to collect the taxes. Is it not that? Yeah, I think so. The program was over. Because my heart hurts, and I felt like a pinprick going through my back and my heart. Isn't that amazing? Which doesn't have to be more than an album. I mean, that's what we do, the home theater system. But then we're 50 years old. I mean, at 28 years old, you start hearing voices, and visions and dreams of God telling you. Not anybody's, not anything anybody says, not a goddamn thing. And I made the creation kick the crap out of all men and women, and fuck the crap out of all women, and pretend to be their husband. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? And someday you'll be in this house, and whoever I put in, it will be your wife. So I guess workers on the way down there is a little speck of orange RNA in it, right? I mean, that's what I did. I mean, but you're still driving. I mean, you might get a reprieve. Is it a Risperdal? I forget what it was. I mean, they put you in a program 3 or 5. I mean, this fucking take a lot. You go outside. Can I have a cigarette? You know, yeah. I'll see how. I'll see what I can steal from this asshole. Not in a program. I mean, this fucking guy was arrested 9 times. I read Tanya said, you only wanted what I had. You're going for that. Yeah. Did I show you this already? I get the fuck out of the way. How you doing? You get fucking dead when we say so. Absolutely. Well, doesn't it say something? Nobody makes it. Everybody goes to eternal damnation. Everybody gets this shit. I can't talk. I do not do. Everything is stale. The food is bad. Either that, I got cancer. Like a lot of they could say, do you want to see it? Do you want to see it all? I don't have to show you. And if you do, you can't taste anything else. The first thing is skull cracks. That's a fucking pistol. The first thing is that, bang, right in the back of the head, right? They want something for nothing. You know, we built a computer system and printed everybody's checks, but they, not if they had that. I don't maybe 6 cities do that. I think that's all they had. 24 small cities. Like if you drive across country, all those locations, there's nothing there. This is Satan's bottomless pit. And a satellite system was built, and they just took it out of here. You know, and then what system am I on? How do you do that without setting it up right? With Wi-Fi, and then I don't know your area. What does it say? Does it say in your yellow pages anymore what you're supposed, which cable company, computer networking company is supposed to have? So it could be, I lost tons and tons and tons of blood from a snake bite. And they did tell me this at this point. You know, they, they can tell you anything they want. What are you listening to him for? What are you listening to her for? Are you a stupid ass? Don't you know this already? My father told me, go down. First of all, you're an orphan. You're not my son. You get it straight. You know, you want to be called father, not they take orphans from Florida, give them in 2000, enlist them in 2,450 a month to go north. But to do that, $48,000. And would that turn into 7 years in prison, $148,000? And what kid ever would think it? That was being lied to. If the first thing they put on your TV is Disney Channel, you know, what did you say to me? So there's not any of that. God made a creation, kick the fuck out of all of us. As you see a prune face, did you take your prune juice? That's a fucking piston. Yeah, I did. Does this right now? I remember they took all the medicine out of this. You know how much that is? 6,000 a month. You happy stealing the Queen's money? Yeah, really? You never worked a day in your life. I could care less. What stupid ass? If they stole your guns, that's good. Well, you don't have any. But how much could you cheat an orphan child? You know, like my picture. I like this shit. And wiping your diapers in the fucking guy doing that fucking man would ever kick my ass. But that's the process of evolving an ape. And I joined the program to get back, return back to the land of nativity. As a small one, as a baby, it's only 54 years old. To see what the truth was, and to perform a certain function. I think it is a function in math. Yeah. But I could be stolen. They make a phone call together and bring the kid in. That's what I can do. So, what, you know, now who would pay you? They're all, there's what all? There's nobody in you're watching a video stream. So that's what I asked her if she wanted to do that. Yeah. So, bullshit story. That's my hands shaking, my heart, my chest buzz. They have it. I don't know. Actually, I don't know. They would never put it on August. We got Gainesville, Georgia, right? It's probably it was on my phone had called. That's the fucking pistol. Why would I think that? Why would I think a fucking cat? You know what I mean? A fat pig. Well, you ain't winning with those people. I'm not fucking powerful. Unless you over that so get the pistol. Well, you gotta go to cop training. You have that judge permit. Is that a fucking beauty? Yeah, but that's the best you can get. 25 years old, 50 years old, or 75 years old. You know what I'm saying? Do you have your presentation ready? Do you have your electronic magazine or something? You know what I mean? No, I just look at the shit. I can't do them. I can't read them. I can't see. So at that point, you're getting this money. That goes a guarantee like a POA. Yeah, the community support, right? That's what I can piss. That's a piss. Why would I ever say I was mentally ill unless you put me in prison with men 2 or 3 times my size, bust your shoulder, re-break your collarbone, trying to defend yourself. And that's only if they say so. You don't get that. They're gonna love that one. You're gonna get a check. That's a fucking pistol. That's a fucking pistol. Yeah. But so far, it's been true. So they do some things from public queens, which you know what that says. Do I not know what it says? We'll go with eyeballs. You know, when my arm was broken, we'll go with eyeballs. Well, you know, who's the last guy? That's big. That's what that's at least. That's at least that size. Yeah, you're not that big, you're not that powerful. Well, they lift me right off my feet by my elbows. You know what I mean? They're fucking my back up. When we're making moves, they put it down. You know, I mean, that's a playing around with you. I tell you what you want to hear. So I was you know, run for the hills. Was that stuff I can go on? You heard what God said. You want a couple of days here before you ask me? I hate to give a shit what side you have. You know what I mean? That's my heart hurts. Yeah, it does. But I know that. You know what I'm saying? But with these assholes I'm trying to save you, that's fucking beauty. As far as we know, that's when you get fucking dead. As far as I know, usually I die at 49 years old. More Brooke at about 3 months, maybe 3 months. You know, did she say something stubborn? Was there nobody with that? What they all say? Now, not that if somebody dates a kick his ass. You know, and before one, we wonder why nobody does that one. Before you all did you raccoon into squirrel in the car? Did you ever think of that? The whole thing is that you're like, what was that? It was so inspirational. It was just a newspaper article, but I can't read no more. It's the point, you know, I could look at the pictures. I don't know. I just want to answer to do, right? Or did you do that? Is that some kind of beauty? Or did she? I would like to see that. Well, I would know, you know, fucking being like a miserable disaster and going eternal back to the eternal damnation for doing it. Now, did you do it? Yeah. Did he? I mean, at least I get that much now. But, you know, I don't know for the fun, just when you get somebody to do it to you. I mean, you got, you know, it's invisible. You know. I mean, that's why I see it, so that's what amazing. But, you know, fuck that. No, no, no. I don't care what your home say, this way, that way, whatever it is, it's like that. So what happened? What were the legends of the Great Fall? I told you, a rusted. I don't know what it was. What was that? Was that the wing locks for the A6? I don't remember. Yeah, rust on, you know, there's rust on the metal, and that in the military contract, the material is behind the machine. The guys would blow all the chips on it. They wanted the material on the front of the machine. And I didn't know. I didn't see it. I tripped over it. Well, I mean, it's at least the size of this table. I mean, piece, 500-pound blocks. I mean, I don't know, maybe 30. And that's what it was. 15 to 15. You know what the cost of that is? Each machine is $600,000 with interest. Now, the other shops didn't have. They were funded by New York City. A city of New York City, which was what? You know, where they get their money from. As far as I know, it's Venice. They just changed all the signs. You know what I mean? No, let's see. Long Island's on top of Nova Scotia, right? You roll it back into Florida. You know, that's where it is the. I mean, if you want to go there, you have to go that way up the coastline, east coastline. No, so I'm just seeing something between. I just started Global Park. Yeah, actually, I got to check it on. There's ants on the. There's 1 or 2 ants on the wall. I got to check it. I got to bring the guy out here. You know, the last time the commercials involved, I didn't count Huntington, whatever it is. 1,600. That's what I'm doing this. For reading a bullshit. 18th, you're a peasant. You're funny. Do I not see movies over here? Because you don't want to get paid though. But you have, your father would have to pay. Which means what? Well, I'm gonna get fucking paid. But he didn't tell me go fuck yourself. Not you, Peter. Just, I don't know. I'll see these girls and who the hell are you? That's not. Where's that the one I follow freak up there? That's the one with the Brooke Shields music one. That's what I did. God, that was my song. I got punched in the face with that. Fuck my face off. Wasn't having that Angel and his son. Michael too, but not. Michael said no. He said he wasn't doing anything. Well, he had military guy. Some woman took it away from him, so she had sex with Mike in a brothel. She was my mama. You know, she wanted. She took Michael's military pay. I mean, that's what old people used to do. That's what you're supposed to do here in retirement. Like I miss you. The kids bought me a $65 pair on the way. That's gone. You know, I come home and $65 pair, so they're gone. The $65 beer, you know what I mean? Right. So we're back to West. So I woke up in the house. It was interesting. You know, but they told us how who are you? Where you from? Right? Good black. A man appeared naked in a hospital, laying in a coma. No, not a coma. It was dead. They killed him. They put 3 shots. They jammed 3 shots in pull my pants out right. That's all they have to do to you. That's all your mind. You know, you're not ever working again. You can't hold a conversation ever again. There's nothing you can do. You know, there's no working ever again. So now all the bills are paid. No, somebody showed up at the door house $60,000 for what? So Paul's my father's a pastor. Did you think, yeah, give me all money back? Want money back? Did you not take half minimum wage of my check and give it to Rusi for a Social Security check? What's that got to do with it? That's my facial station. I'm working. Oh, I would have stayed on freaking rowboat and hanging out all day long in the sun. Because that was stuff for these assholes. And I guess on slave trafficking. Who did? He did. Well, who did it? I did it. We had nothing. What do you mean? First of all, I'm the only one working. Well, now that I know, I'm on the best friend in business. You having a good time? You with 3 buzzons? Could not be done with it, boss. I mean, certain things when arresting his arm, and they put a vice on it was there. When he locked the tool, it was there. You know. So if I try to do it myself, I can't do that job. You know, you better fucking tool come in. Neither can you. People do certain things when nobody gets paid for. Can't be changed. And which was the whole campaign, wasn't it? That was the whole campaign. As my heart weakens, and you know, I feel the pain. Whatever you imagine, this was there. That's good. Well, pictures only, but I can't read no more. I used to read you only. I was a couple of pages. Was it this house? Did I actually? I would not remember. Did I ask? That's nice. Do you know when you put masks on? It's a stereo rebroadcast. What happened to the Great Prince? Well, that's a temporary thing. What do you mean? If you want to have the panels, you want to have to turn the switch on. Do you know that? You send the light out. Actually, the whole thing at Microsoft.com, you off the satellite, you can build the whole city, right? Your spirit has to leave your body. Do you understand which Microsoft do you have? Which operating system you have? This is a 10 right there. I had a 12. They didn't tell me we're only 11, 12, so I was going to have one tag. They're going to make money out of that thing. Beauty, yeah. What's those for, man? Then, and they took all the pistols off the show. Is this a beauty? You know, be a star guy with Cable Culkin out on the radio. I'm not going to. I decided to try something Chrysler. Get that as soon as possible. Is that way you was? Then you found out you didn't have to do so. That says all guilty. If anything, you must like worm. You made it. Glorified body. A worm. Then. So whatever the dreams is that this town, yeah, I think it is the dream. That's where your dreams are. That's where your imagination is. You know, you guys are fucking peasants. Am I still an asshole? I mean, are my bills paid? Yep. Which is time to die. What we do? You know, you want to smoke? I don't do this kind of work, but I would try. That big black nigga, that fucking, you ain't stopping him. Somebody got that $12,000. It was it 12,000? I don't remember. And if you read the paperwork, 148,000 systems was actually $13,000 shelf life. Yeah, what would it cost for machines to make it? Engineers, everything, designing, years to do computer chips and boards and machines to make all that stuff. It's $13,000 for that. And you, that's a fucking that's you did something. Like what, bullshit for 8 hours? It's like cocking the toilet for an hour? Like who won? So when they come to take it away from your dad, son, they take it away from you. Well, I'll tell you, you know, like what was the first thing you told me? But I saw him, I was sitting in the airport, I saw him putting a peanut butter and jelly sandwich together. And he's looking at me laughing, knowing what I was going to do. I was starving, I was disheveled. He gave me half a sandwich. I went over and asked, excuse me, so I give my offering, should I give me half a sandwich? No. Right. The answer is no. And you come over, let's see, go over to this bar, you ask this pretty girl that if you're going to have these pretzels for free. Now ask her for a receipt, how much that costs. Yeah. I think I had much more lessons than that before I was 7 years old. But when I got to his house, I threw it away. It was just me and him at that time. Was he? I think John Costello got fucking dead. Right? How did he meet Jimmy Poser, the truck driver? Right? And then, he's a person, Mike. Well, the Costellos to go into Costello slave traffic. I mean, just that part of the family. I mean, they're all over the country, all over the world for that matter. You know, they sell you. They will give them a check, enlisted men, check. So in order to get me to do what they want, they have to sort your mind. So they take, part of your inoculations when you're born in Florida is they sort your brain, they sort the baby's brain, so it does what it's told. You know what I mean? There's nothing you can do. There's nothing you can do at all. And they can instantly come to your house much bigger and grab, put in your house, they'll surgically sway your brain. And then you're a piece of shit the rest of your life. You know what I mean? Some asshole telling you to do something that's definitely wrong. They're fucking blaming you for it. There's definitely people bigger than you. You need a handgun. That changed things. What I didn't do. So I'm gonna try this again. I tried this whole thing. Because my father had to handle it. The funny, that's if he's not doing it to me. He thinks it's funny. Who the fuck is this kid still here? You have to stop fucking some kid around. I mean, where my stupid ass? Not realizing you're descending into eternal damnation. It's like, okay, God made the creation to kick the fuck out of anyone, rape the shit out of him, beat the crap out of him, maybe get 50 years good time. You know what I mean? And then you wind up, you're going through the sky, falling into the Egyptian desert. That's a beauty with no clothes on. We're not done yet, though. Right? My brain hurts. You were abused more. They took all the medicine out, like I told you, and it don't work no more. So when you go to a bathroom, I mean, eat this. They want to eat this food. There's no food, no nothing for like, I don't know how harvest is. I do it this way. I don't say, I don't know what you're talking about. That's perfectly fine. But if you had cancer, you lose your taste buds, and that's it. Even if you didn't have cancer, you lose your taste buds. Life materials, it's a beauty. It's called schizophrenia in this country. And that would happen to a kid if you change the light design, if the program ended, or if you fed him Epsom salt, it'll never be right again. It'll never be right again. And then then somehow it's gone. It's not any of that in Florida. It's science, right? So what was I doing? I never paid attention anymore. I would tell you, I wrote her 20 letters. I don't know what I wrote. I don't know. So I go on the inside, I see it. It says a pistol. Well, Fonzo, what do you have? Good point. I said, your $14,000, $35 coffee table, he paid his bills. You stole his money. His face said, what do you get? Same day. I like this incident. I'm laughing. I know I'm supposed to get paid with again in Georgia. I put prison. And so, how do you live your life without this? If you decide we had one chance or one opportunity to work in carbon monoxide, and for working in ferocious metal chips in our muscles. But all these kids are going to have the same opportunity we did. But I don't think there's any manufacturing here in Florida. Is there? I don't think so. I checked the yellow book. I checked the internet. I don't have the tariffs registered. These are all incident sites, but I don't know if they're updated, people. According to women, if you go out there and rape it, pull your tits out, like a rape you, everything else. No woman want to do that anymore. You know what I mean? I'm listening to what I'm saying. I'm fucking laughing when I got there, bro. So that's it. You get fucking dead? No, no dead, not dead. But you go to hell eternal. Where you going? You going to heaven? That's like a beautiful surprise. That's a beautiful surprise. Yeah. This book is about your men trying to get out of a being. But to them, is that did you pluck it off the tree? You know what? Is it the fruit of the nuts? Would you stop already? Live your life and transfer, right? More transfer. If you get it right, that's the beauty. I only put in for as an orphan. I only put in for one person, right? I mean, in order to join the United States of America, they're probably going to do it in 30 years, where you go to Gainesville, Georgia, you get fucked around, you get laid in your ass off from the pedophiles, all that, right? And then what you do is you sign in. 48 grand you want. I head to the north of the way. I would think no. We have the home care system. I took the least. I had the most expensive. I take what they said to me. I got public support. That's for absolute testing. First of all, I didn't get checked for 19 years. Right? I mean, they asked me at 27 years old, and after the program is over, we get the best of everything, but it's your choice. So I took it. And what do you think about this stuff? There's no social security system, right? At all. I mean, are you stupid ass? Right? That's what I know. As a matter of fact, I didn't know. But he had a fishing set. Yeah, but it's slow. So it's supposed to be down. My own visualization was down. I want to make the money. How's that possible? It's not. All the people from, what is it, FDR Drive? I think it is FDR Drive. You go to fish market, drop the fish, and we'll pay you. That's fucking beauty. Did you have fun for 4 weeks? We'll take you out fishing, get a rowboat, we'll pull you out with the rope. Yeah, give me my fuck money. We'll pull out the shotguns and kill them. So, that's so a long time ago, how this country was formed. A lot later, vote for stupid asses, dude. Really. If I saw anything with Michael, let me see what this asshole. How do I get wrapped off? How do I get wrapped off again? And definitely did. Definitely did. You cannot have somebody else's money. And if like what, steal a car, and what do we learn at Lancet? With microbiology, macrobiology, all that. You can't be in this house. I get mail here all the time. How many freaking contusion cancer? It's all coming in my body. It comes in my table. The sheet rock goes in me. So, mine, but same thing right? It's beauty. 7,000 down paid. Take the house apart, make it cement blocks, and give it back to the Chilean people. They can suck and blow all you want. I'm all for it. Well, I'm not doing it. Legit. One girl, I tell you, I tried to pull out again. She fucking up. Now, that's a fucking mess up. It's separated. Do we have it? The pace of the thing is like that. That ain't never working. You know what I mean? So I did try. I got a white coming in. That's so fucking incredible. I never had that. You saw it to be clear. I know one. A bit by a coyote. Like, price point, like, what do you want a big, you want your regular sized penis? But these people ain't stupid. You shut the air conditioner on the snake and smell. Rub in the extra virgin olive oil like it does. And get in the bedroom, check your ass. He ain't going to know it. That's 50 years old. Right? But if you get land the right way, and that's if you got the one you wanted from 10 years old, well then no more. You know, I would not know. It's really important. It's really important. You know, and then it's time to die. You know, and especially if that happens, that's ridiculous. I got morning sickness, like I'm out coughing my brains out. Oh, it is. You know, but it won't work. You know, was that Pittsburgh? Northeast radio. Well, they call it Northeast. Well, I went to all four locations, all four retirement to take psychiatric medication. Some woman didn't like me and gave me Epsom salt to get rid of this asshole. Yeah, when I went out west. And then how you do that? Because as far as they know, you can't drive, you can't get out. You what? The northern route, you can't get through those Rocky Mountains. But I did with a couple of trucking companies. They stayed with me all over. I'm still with it. It was like these birds, the owls, I mean, they said we got 3 foot wingspan. That's not a cat. That's a cat. I don't know what that is. Is when you done feeding me? Are we gonna have a fight? Are we gonna get into it yet or not? Who's out foxing who? Do I see the two diamond head snakes no more? This cat, I tell you, this cat, well, I'm gonna call them cats. So I walk the rabbits or everything else, the land of nativity, and this is the one. So the guy comes over, it's 800 a month. Yeah. If he did that, if he took my 800 rent, actually the shares get I think it's the father owns this. It won't be brought. The father owns this, right? I think my father sold it was a salesman. I sold the French shares. Did he get the rent? Right? Well, I went to one and kept it and bought food for herself. Well, what if they sold it to them? I would go with the woman's head. I'm going with the woman's head. But I mean, 1 minute she's this big, 1 minute is this big and that big, and that's what they teach me science. People, I guess it's nice to know, and not unless you can keep me alive, which is what they wanted to do, you know, they wanted to try. If I see no public support check, not unless for 19 years, you're going to donate yourself for research that we can try these medicines. This is one of them. He said no, they never changed. Would you stand alone and see if it works? Did you know you have to clean your rectum out every 25th year? Get the polyps and hairs out so you don't die. I don't know how my father and mother they get the stick up their ass with so I mean, if somebody plowed them in the ass, I mean, what I'm saying, that freak out there. The Wyoming is, did you choose to die? That's what they say. There's no point. That's 72 grand, right? You punished him, then you have to fucking, I'm happy. So I'm grateful for that answer. I mean, you can't do nothing about that. There's no trying to keep yourself alive. So they decided to extinct everybody. That one night 4 years ago was amazing here. When there was lightning all over the sky. It was either J-Stars or Xbox games that the mountain sprung open and lightning popped out. I heard all kinds of crashing. South Florida, Texas, and maybe in the Missouri area. And light coming off through the house from what a storm. I happen to be out there. Look, I get up at 11. I'm ready by 6 in the morning. You can't do that. There's no. What are you thinking about? What are you figuring out? Now shut the lights on get mad. That's what that's what people are. So supposedly as well as the models, what I don't recall with magazines and stuff, and these are all that stuff. And these are their husbands, right? And then they put back to work. See, I need those shades. They put that on. I need those shades on. When they came over and put 2 reels on, you guys having a good time? What do we do on ours? On my father's, I mean. This is not my father's Raymond's. He's dead. My father's dead. One is the one was the title. One paid the mortgage. I mean, state of Florida could do that to you. Yeah. And look what they did in Georgia. $7,000. Perfect job. Perfect everything. Insurance at 7,000. No, it's not over for me. Stay away from me, women. And really, that's not possible. Now the next step is take the check where go sell some. You get some houses. There's nothing here. Maybe 20 people, 4,000 houses. And it's amazing. A lot of people get lost in freaked out, just go in a house. That's Jim Paul's or Faustine. Moore Parkway was not built. It used to be called Vanderbilt. You know, it was Vanderbilt jeans. After Jordache jeans, right? And Calvin 10 years later. So, and why is that important? You know, because their father, I think they used to hang out at Howard Johnson's at the rest area. But then look at that place when he passed away with 57, 495. They did a great job, those seven CEOs. Do you know on the back of the military, we had a military contract. The back of the military contract is seven CEOs. You have to have the seven commanding officers, right? They all had to have military experience. Like the employees they want to be a union shop. That's what Frank and pass on. We did all right. That's what pass on. Did you put up a $6 million? Did you put up A acres of Merchants Bay fishing station? That was about $6 million back in those days. Did you go for military training for 8 years and be ass kicked by the girl's husband? Like that? We don't fuck around with him. He wanted to shop to get the fuck out of here. Right? And then married souls. Well, in France, they got stuck at Motor Parkway. That Motor Parkway didn't do any of that. He got stuck in the woods. When Dad said he was just walking ready to get out to the rest area to get his car to go to right. You see what that is? Right? Yeah. I know. And then some asshole's gonna, some big piece of shit, really. I mean, fucking dick. Then you go down and get, you have to go to the fire department. You have to go to the police people. And the legislature and be in the service for 8 years and get the pistol. This way you get your Air Force license. This way if the judge calls, no stealing from this man or kill him, at least in your imagination. That's a tough decision to make. No, the judge called. You didn't see your husband's eyes. Yeah, is it a psychotic? Is that what the beautiful woman was? A star gun? We're not anything. There's no fist fight. I mean, what am I, stupid asshole? I didn't live this life. And some man did me a favor. He gave me a peanut butter. He gave me a receipt. And he gave me no fucking sandwich.